Welcome to Spiritual Living Eugene. My name is Radiant, and I'm one of your practitioners here at the center. And I'm going to go into a short meditation, but first I want to invite you to turn off your cell phone or devices, unplug the phone, unplug the washing machine, whatever you got to do. And lucky for us, today is Sunday, so there's no mail, so you could just let everything go. Just go put it on your front porch if you're at home, or if you're here, just leave it at our front door. We got plenty of space out there where you can put your stuff and pick it up when you leave if you want to, or not. So I'll just invite you to wherever you are. I'm going to assume that you're sitting, but if you're standing, then that's okay too. Wherever you are, I invite you to just ground yourself. And when I say ground yourself, I just inspire you to feel your body against the thing that's holding it up, which one could argue is God. So for some of you, it's a chair. For some of you at home, it may be a couch or a bed. For me, I'm standing here at the podium, so I'm feeling every ounce of my high heel touching the ground, and grateful that there's more high heel on the ground than if I were wearing a stiletto. So I'm just grounding down, and it's not just the chair, but I also ground down to the carpet or the hardwood floors or the concrete that's under me. And I just take a moment to feel that too. That's holding you up, darling. And then I think a little deeper than that. What's under that? A foundation? Roots? Earthworms? What's under that? So I take a moment to feel that. Grateful that it's all there holding me up. And I go a little bit deeper than that. Maybe there's water pipes under there. Maybe there's deep structures or basements that are also supporting me. And I go even deeper and deeper into the earth, and there are gems and diamonds and coal and crystals. Those are all also down there supporting me and holding me. And I go even deeper, and I can feel the essence of the dinosaur bones. The ancient knowers, the ancient insects, the old timers. And they're supporting me. How cool is it to think that a T-Rex is supporting me? And I go even a little deeper, and I sense the fire of Agni, the fire of the earth, that's forever in the middle of the earth, burning, ready to be used, ready to be appreciated, and used responsibly. Man, I'm so grounded. I'm so supported. But it's not even that. If I come back into my earth body, I'm here and I'm breathing. And what a gift that is, that I have full, healthy lungs that can take in the breath. A grateful, loving heart that pumps my blood, that pumps my love into circulation. My body is supporting me, because we all know I am not my body, but my body is supporting me. My skin is supporting me. It's holding me all together. When I feel like I'm falling apart, I can never be falling apart because my skin is holding me. But it goes beyond that even more, because the air outside is just so grateful to be breathed in, breathed out. It's like it kisses everything it touches, the plants and the animals and the bugs and the airplanes. But it goes beyond that as well. The stars kiss the air, and the stars are supported by the air. And the nothingness of space, but yet they stay where they are. They don't need an earth to stand on to know that they are supported. And yet something so far away that appears to just be floating in space is also supporting me. If one star from the Big Dipper disappeared, I can't help but think that my life would be changed, even in a little way. And the moon is up there supporting us, shining her beautiful, lovely light, even when it's the new moon. While she sleeps in her new moon state, she holds space for us. She commands the beautiful waves for us. And she creates space for us to have a sleep. That is unlike any other in the universe I've experienced. And lastly, we have the sun. She is ever shining on us. Even when it's a cloudy day, she's shining on us during the day. And she's thinking of us during the night. You know, the earth never says to the sun, "You owe me," because the sun just radiates her love down on us all the time. And our life genuinely, on many ways, is supported by the sun. Now, I said lastly, but we know that there are many universes out there. And that's okay for another day. But today I think about my friends, my colleagues, my family, my pets, that one stranger who paid the remainder of my grocery bill when I couldn't, the person who bought me a coffee for no random reason, the $5 I found in my pocket that I know I didn't put in there. And I know all of these things I talked about are in alignment, and I am truly supported. And it's a gift. It's It's a gift to be surrounded by people who love me or like me or are kind to me or who need my love. So I visualize my love, more love in my heart. I feel it in my heart. Each heartbeat, my heart just expands with a greater sense of love that is bigger than my body, bigger than my city or state or universe. Love is eternal. And from this moment, forever and onward, anyone who hears this will know that I wash you with my love. I hold you in my love. I love you so much, I will let you have your own experience. I will support you while you make wrong decisions and love you as you make right decisions. Support is the unity of humanity. It's the way it should be. It's the way it's meant to be. I may be an individualization of God, but I am a whole collective of humanity in one individual. I love each human, or do my best to love each human, whether they are lovable or just need love. And I'm so grateful to just pause for this moment and think about all of the directions that support comes from and support goes, because I was a vessel here in this moment. Even if you put your pointer finger to your thumb and press it against, it's support. The pointer finger cannot go past the thumb, and the thumb will just stand there and hold it. Humanity needs all of the support it can get. So I fill my heart and my mind with the white light. And I hold that space. And if one candle is lit by my white light, then a happier life it'll be. But if 100 lights are lit by my white light, I'd be ecstatic. And if 1,000,000, I envision a world of complete love, where humanity just loves humanity. Compassion and grace. The grace of learning. And supporting humanity in the grace of learning. feel so loved and supported right now. And I'm so grateful, so grateful for all of the support I receive and give and participate in. And I set all of this free and remain grounded. I let all of the chaos of the world go. I let all of the disease of the world go. All of it can go. I just set it all free. I release my attachment to anything outside of myself. And I do this by saying, and so it is.
Good. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to Eugene Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Sister V, and this is Reverend Linda. And we'll be your joy notes today. Stand with us as we sing a couple of congregational songs. You better do that first,
So we are an inclusive community of inspired individuals, and everyone is welcome here. We want you to know that you are welcome here, we are welcome here, and I am welcome here.
You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. You are welcome here. Our arms are wide open. There's room for everyone. Wherever you're going, wherever you're from, you are home. You are welcome here. 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 Whatever you've been through, you found us somehow. Wherever you are on your journey now, you are home. You are welcome here. 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 You are welcome here.
We are welcome.
We are welcome here. 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 We are welcome here.
And I am welcome here.
I am welcome here. I am welcome here. I am welcome here. I am welcome here. I am welcome here. I am welcome here.
Ooh, yes, you are welcome here. Please take this opportunity to greet your neighbor. That was fun.
I get my cobwebs out my throat here. I spilled my hot drink, and so now.
I think we should just stay up here after the second song until we are done with singing We Are One.
No, I want to sit down. I gotta sit down. Sorry.
Okay, as we come back together.
Thank you.
As we come back together, if you have a mobile device, please take this opportunity to silence it. You know, when one of us lights a candle, it may create a dim light in a room. But when everyone lights a candle, it can brighten the entire planet. So we hope you'll join us.
It is better to light just one little candle than to stumble in the dark. Better that you light just one little candle. All it needs is one spark. When we all say a prayer that the whole world shall be free, the wonderful dawn of a new day will be. So when everyone lights just one little candle, what a bright world this would be. It is better to light just one little candle just one little candle. All you need's a tiny spark. When we all say a prayer that the whole shall be free, the wonderful dawn of a new day we'll see. So when everyone lights just one little candle, what a bright world this would be. Thank you so much.
I don't think the mic's on. Now it is. Okay. Hello, good morning. Quick reminder again, if you haven't yet, please silence any electronic devices. My name is Danu Green. I'm a practitioner student here. And thank you to everyone joining us in person and also joining us remotely from home. If you are here for your first time, please fill out the sheet we have in the lobby and give us some of your contact info, and we'll get you signed up for our newsletter. Our newsletter is the best way to stay up to date for all of our classes, service opportunities, and fun events. And here at this center, we know that spiritually empowered people live richer, fuller lives. So we use the principles of science of mind to inspire minds, open hearts, and empower lives. And I'm going to share with you a piece of our global vision. So we envision a world where each and every person has enough food, a home, and a sense of belonging. A world of peace and harmony, enfranchisement and justice. And I'd like to welcome up our practitioner of the day, Radiant Gaines. And also thank you to Reverend Donna Starr for holding high watch for us. And if you all want to rise, we have another song.
Please join us in our community song.
We are one. We are one. I am you, you are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one. We are one. We are one. I am you. You are me. We are one. And in this unity, we all live in harmony, and peace has come. For we are one.
I invite you to set all of your effects and chaos of the world at the door. If you really need to, you can pick it up when you leave. Or you could just leave it here. We'll wash it away. Because we know that there is only one power that I call God, and it's in every moment, every substance, everything, it's everything. All of the negative I could potentially think of is still God, which makes it not negative. It just is. And as I know that God is all there is, I also know that I am an individual expression of God. and I choose what I think and say, and tend my mind garden for weeds and plant beautiful seeds. And I choose, and my choices with conviction create my reality. And I know and affirm for Radiant and anyone else in this room that we are all supported in this divine love. Whether you feel dark times or light times, there is an endless amount of support always around you. Our community is so supported, so supportive. Our world has been supported. I know this support for our world. And I know that our support starts in our community, in our center. I know that the love that my congregants, my members, my new people, all of the people that I meet, I know that the love that they feel is an outward expression of support. I am a witness of support. And I'm so grateful to be in this great community with all of these people that I love, and even people that I love but still don't know yet, but I'm ready to just full on love. Let's just have more love, because I'm just grateful for all of the love. And I release this into the consciousness of things that have already come to pass by saying, and so it is.
All right, I'm going to share with you our affirmation for today. I will read it once aloud, and if you choose, you can read it aloud with me. My life is an unfolding of inward journeys and outward experiences. As I open to the new perspectives that both the light and shadow bring to me, I allow my light to shine everywhere. And if you didn't read it out loud the first time, now is your chance. We're going to read it again. Just really, really drill it in there. Life is an unfolding of inward journeys and outward experiences. As I open to the new perspectives that both the light and shadow bring to me, I allow my light to shine everywhere. Woo, that felt good. And our talk today will be delivered by our beloved Reverend Linda Finley. And the title of her talk is Lights, Camera, Action, Living Out Loud. And before the talk, we have a musical guest, Timothy Patrick. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you for your patience. Good morning.
Well, I have a song that I was driving down the road one day, and I was going, what is the first song I'm going to do for this lovely community? And boom, there it is. It's an old song on an album by Elton John. Apparently, he did not write it, right? Yep, Leslie Duncan. And it's a beauty, and it fits this community. Hope you enjoy it. say may well be simple, but they're true. Until you give your love, there's nothing more that you can do. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? You say it's very hard to leave behind the life we knew. But there's no other way. It's really up to you. Love is the key we must turn. Truth is the flame we must burn. Freedom the lesson we must learn. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen?
Wow, we are super blessed to have Timothy in the house today. Thank you for a beautiful song. We're entering the time in our service where we prepare ourselves for the message that Reverend Linda is going to offer, where we open up our minds and our consciousness and our hearts to maybe hear something we've never heard before. Or maybe something we have heard before, but maybe we're open to hearing it in a new way today. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I am opening. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening. I'm letting you in. My heart is ready to receive. I am opening.
Breathing in, God is. Breathing out, I am. One life, one power, one source, one supply. One substance. Wherever I am, whatever I am seeing, I am standing on sacred ground, viewing the face of God, the divine infinite, which is not a being, but is all being. It is beingness. It is the energy behind everything. It is quantum physics. It is spirit in all. It is. And in that isness, I am. So grateful for the awareness of my interconnection, of my interdependence, of my interbeing with all that is. Whatever I see is connected to me. And so I hold on to this and I simply let go. And I'll allow good to be good in me. And I let it be so. And so it is. Matthew Treader. Ellen draws during the services. She says, my words come through her heart. Well, my words come through the music. So we're all kind of in a muse relationship with one another. And for For 15 months, I spoke to a cell phone on a microphone stand with no one in the room except for John and Kathy and Kevin. And there's nothing wrong with John and Kathy and Kevin. But it's not people that I'm drawing energy from and that are drawing energy from what I'm doing. So whether you're online or whether you're here, bless you and thank you for being part of this experience today. And a blessed Memorial Day, reminding everyone that this is not a Veterans Day or this is the day where we honor those who died in service to our country, either directly in service, or I choose to include all of my beloved peers and Vietnam veterans and plus others who have died later from illnesses and diseases that were contracted and injuries that were contracted during. That's still a battle death as far as I'm concerned. And I include those who in service to our country, as on 9/11 and in other ways, have passed. And so we just take a moment to honor those who ran toward the fire instead of away from it. This month, we're talking about the lightness in the shadows, the light in the shadows. There can be, I do a class, and I'm trying to figure out when I can have it. We're trying to not make any classes conflict with one another. We think of shadow as being a negative thing. It's from the shadow, and that old, who knows what evil lurks in the heart of man? Only the shadow knows, And our shadow self is that part of us that we want to get rid of. And actually, the shadow is the rich, wondrous place wherein all the things that we learn and need to know to grow dwell. And there can be no shadow if there isn't a light. If there were no lights on in the room, there wouldn't be shadows under the chairs. If there were no sunlight, there wouldn't be a shadow under the tree. We need the light to create the shadow. They interplay with one another, and I'm just wanting to remind us over and over and over again to not fear the darkness, to not fear the shadow, to not fear the dark, because they work together to create texture and richness in our lives. Today, this month, the theme is, or this year, pardon me, this year the theme is living out loud, meaning be who you are. Stop hiding, putting your light under the bushel, as they say in the scriptures. Bring your light out into the world and let people see who you are. Everything, good, bad, indifferent, make it all be you. As real you as you possibly can express it. And today it's lights, cameras, action. We've spent the whole month looking at the whole idea of the light and the shadow and being authentic, and we've been moving towards that. You know who's with you from the moment of conception until the moment you pass to the next plane? You. Even if you are a twin or a triplet, the only person that's on your path is you. Nobody else knows what you think. Heck, sometimes I don't even know what I think. I get confused. How can I realized at some point I can't expect people to read my minds when I don't even know what I want. How can I expect you to know what I want when I don't know what I want? And so what I want us to do is to realize that each one of us is the star player in this thing we call our life. We're the star actor. We're the bit player. We're the writer. We're the director. We're the producer. We're the sound team. We're all of those things. We create what our life is all about, even when it seems like we don't. Even when it seems like we don't have choices. I can choose whether to let something that happened trigger me and get angry. Or I can choose to say, you know what? I need to let that go. There was early on in the teaching, I was thinking, I love this teaching, but I'm not really sure it's changing me at all. And after about a year of studies, I was driving, I still owned my business, and I was leaving the office and doing something else, running some errands. And something had happened, and it was like I was a half a mile down the road, and I went, whoa. A year ago, that would have knocked me sideways. I would have been so angry, I would have been stewing about it for the rest of the day. And I just realized, I just went, oh, that happened. I wasn't suppressing it. I'm not going to feel that way now. It was just, oh, that happened. Oh, okay, yeah. Like a leaf blew down the street. Okay, that's the impact it had on me. And that's where I realized, even though the change, the transformation was subtle and slow, it had been happening outside my conscious recognition of it until I got an example where I could see, oh, that did work. That I am growing. I am changing. I am being that sort of person. So our work is creating a space to shine in the world, to create our own space, doing not what our folks hoped we would do, not what our spouse or our partner hopes we'll do, or our kids hope we'll do, or our friends think we should do, or our peers, or our political party, or anybody else. Our work is to be authentically who we are and to allow that to shine, because when I let my light shine, I give other people permission to shine their light as well. Oh, wow, if they can do it. There's a video I saw one time that was making the rounds, and there's all these people on the ground, at an outdoor concert, and they're sitting around on their blankets, and the music's playing, and this one doofy guy gets up and he's just like, oh, I'm on. It's pretty awful. And he's up there dancing, but he's having it. He's going. And after about 30 seconds, another guy gets up and dances. And then it starts getting, and before you know it, there's 40 people up there, all dancing and having a good time. Because this one guy was willing to be himself and dance as if no one was watching, when everyone was watching. And it gave everybody else permission. That's what I'm talking about. When you are authentically you, it sparks something deep down here in the people around you. And they go, wow, I can do that. If Kevin can do that, for pity's sakes, I can do that. And then I do it. But this is what I want, and I have to, the English major in me has to share, because first I'm going to share. I've been leaping ahead of myself. My young adulthood was colored by Martin Luther King. And when we make our light shine, we create a space for others to have their light shine, and sometimes we step into the background so someone else can shine. That's part of who we are. That's part of being in community. That's part of what we love. And Martin Luther King, and I think, he said this when he was 27 years old. And we look around now at young people who are 27 and go, oh yeah, a bunch of kids. No, they're not. They're very intelligent, capable people. I look at the Justins from Tennessee. I look at Alejandro Maxwell Frost, all in their mid-20s, and they're brilliant, brilliant young men. Martin Luther King in 1957. We have not begun to live until we can rise above the narrow horizons of our particular individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. Every person must decide at some point whether they will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. Every person must decide at some point whether they will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. This is the judgment. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, What are you doing for others? Lights, camera, action. How am I shining the light for other people? Not only for myself, but to allow other people to be in the spotlight as well. How am I stepping up to be part of the healing, of the transformation, of the growth of not only this community, this city, this state, this nation, this world? Where do I step up? We come with individual gifts. We each realize that we are the key player in our life, and only we know what is ours to do, what we want, what we need. I posted something in the group the other day, and it is really, really beautiful questions about what do you want? What do you need? Can you answer any of those questions? Where are you going? What are you looking for? Years ago on Bones, I stopped it. I watch everything after the fact, and it's recorded so I can fast forward through the commercials and pause if I need to. And I paused this so I could get out my book and write it down. What she said to one of her doctors was, you have to be careful what you're looking for, because you may not miss what you're not hunting for. You may miss what you're not hunting for. If I am so fixated on getting this, am I going to miss all the blessings and all the information that I needed because it doesn't look like this? We're the only ones who can decide where we're going to place our focus. We're the only ones who can decide what it is we want, what it is we're going to do. And we need to learn as we're doing what we need to for ourselves, which is essential. This teaching is about coming to a place where I am centered in spirit with the one, and that I feel the connection, the divine connection that is operating through me, and I own my power. And I step into the world in that. At the same time, I need community. We need to collaborate. We need to share the stage with others. And here is where my old buddy Will Shakespeare comes in. This is from As You Like It, which was a comedy, but sometimes some of his greatest pearls of wisdoms were shared in the comedies. And this is one that I'm sure you've heard at least all or part of. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances, and one person in their time plays many parts. One person in their time plays many parts. You've been a child. Perhaps you were a sibling. Perhaps you were a spouse. Perhaps you were a parent. For sure, I'm going to bet you were a friend, an employee, maybe an employer, maybe a manager, maybe a peon. I don't know. But we play many roles in our lives. And I have some friends who are really, really good at compartmentalizing everything. I have a friend who had a birthday party a few years ago, and she basically had her family over here and the center over here. And her sister got a hold of us, and we hid in the sister's house for her birthday party. And when she came in and we were there, she was like, "What are you doing here?" Because I was in her family. The church community was suddenly in her family. They were in one big bubble, and it kind of blew her mind, Like, no, this goes here and that goes there. What are you doing together? We are all part of times and sharing and differences and likenesses. And I think what we need to do is remember that wherever we go, we're shining a light, but everybody else is shining a light. And it's like those beautiful Sufi dances where you keep switching partners and you keep doing the same dance, rotating around a circle till you come back to the original partner that you had. But each of you is shining a light, and you're seeing a new light in every person, even though you're doing the same dance. This teaching is not limited. Much of what we do is based on awakening to the mystical, to the idea that there is more than nuts and bolts to life, that there is some kind of an infinite energy, an infinite idea that is at work behind everything. And attempting to define what is not your mama's God, unless your mama was a religious scientist, basically because we don't do old man beard, bad attitude, being guy, casting lightning bolts down. We do infinite capacity for intelligence and energy that moves through everything and is the source energy of everything. We can't climb up into its lap technically, and yet we can. And I want to share that with you. I've been doing some other reading, and this is really, really stuff that I want to talk about in terms of how we connect to the infinite, to the inherent power that dwells within us. I was talking to somebody the other day. You know, when you get the gerbil wheel where you feel like everything's negative and it's just, oh, it's getting worse and it's getting worse and oh, I don't want to. And it's usually like there's this little voice right over here, right sitting on your shoulder, in your ear, going, yum, 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 yum. And when you're hearing a voice, the idea just suddenly comes organically, fully up from the center of your being and is fully formed inside your head. And you go, oh, that's how you know you've tapped into the real source. The real source isn't going to make you excited. The real source isn't going to frighten you. The real source isn't going to give you an anxiety attack or a panic attack. The real source is going to make, I'm one for feeling your feelings when you're feeling them, except in public, you know, but and sometimes I do that. But I had a situation going on in my life about 15 years ago, 18, it was in Petaluma, so it was over 15, it was about 18 years ago. And I decided I'm just going to let my 3-year-old have a temper tantrum. You just have to at some point. I'm in my house, I'm on my bed, I'm pounding the pillow, I am crying, I am screaming, I am, you know, what Oprah called the ugly cry, just really. And all of a sudden the answer came, and it was just like, there was none of this, I'm slowly calming down. It was just like, somebody flew the switch. Oh, that's the answer. Because I let everything out. I could hear what my inner 3-year-old needed me to hear. I could hear what the issue was that I needed to learn from. And when I learned from it, there was absolutely no need for any emotion anymore. So we need to honor the fact that we have emotions. We need to be real with our emotions, but hopefully, I don't think any of you really want to see me pounding pillows and screaming. You know, I'm going to do that in the privacy of my home. I don't want to see you that way, let me just put it, but I will if I need to, if you want me to. But the bottom line being, we need to be willing to feel the emotions, and then we need to be willing to learn what those emotions have taught us, and then we need to move our feet and do what's ours to do, to take the action that's been revealed to us. The time comes when contemplation leads to action. You can quietly contemplate, and that can help you things. But when I see pain and suffering that touches my soul, that is my work. If I'm driving down the street and I see something and it makes me go, or I'm watching the news and I see something, and I mean, it really hits me. in that place. And you know what I'm talking about. You know when your gut seizes up or your heart does a little flutter, where your throat tightens, where there's something that says, oh my God. That's you connected to that in a way that tells you there's something you can do. Maybe not for that people or those peoples out there, but there's something in my life that I can do for someone to alleviate this kind of suffering in my world. I can't tell you what that is. I found myself the other day, elderhood is really fun. You think, oh, I'm the same person I was. Inside, I'm still about 35. But my body says, let me show you a trick or two. But the thing is, I see things differently. I've always been a big picture person, but I see things differently in the last few years. And I was watching something, and it was a news program and about programs that they were working on. And I found myself looking at the TV going, Band-Aids, Band-Aids, Band-Aids. You are just putting Band-Aids on a broken leg. We have to go to cause. This teaching teaches. The very fundamental foundation of the teaching is we go to cause. The world of effects is out here to remind us what's in our head that caused that, and then we go to work fixing that. That doesn't mean we don't do things in the world, but we have to, it's a both and, it's not either or, it's both and. Yes, I need to fix what I'm thinking, and I need to get a supply of, if not Band-Aids, perhaps construction equipment to dismantle what is and create what could be. But this is where we are looking, is we are attaching to the mystical, we are connecting with the mystical, but we are looking at the cause of what is going on and working at the level of cause. I believe it was, I don't think it was Gandhi, I'm trying to think, I think maybe it had been Nelson Mandela, who said, at some point we've got to stop pulling people out of the river and go upriver and discover why they're falling in. We're pulling people out of the rivers. We're putting fires out. But we're not dealing with what's causing them. To see a bigger idea that can be happening. And so I have for you some quotes. Been reading a lot of books. Those of you who know me know I live part-time at Barnes & Noble. The rent they charge is the books I buy, basically. This is from a fellow by the name of Kurt Struckmeyer, who wrote a book. He was a mechanical engineer all his life, and he retired, and he got into studying the teachings of Jesus. And he wrote, his first book was A Conspiracy of Love. Love is not a thing or a being or even the source of all being. Love is a human relationship, pure and simple. The theological proposition that God is love teaches us that in the relationship of self-giving love, we find the presence of God. It is there, in that humble yet profound human interaction, that we find ultimate reality. It was like, perfect song today, Timothy. Perfect song. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, from German theologian. The power we call God can only work through us in the world. I'm going to repeat that. The power we call God can only work through us in the world. Not on us, through us. And finally, something that's been, they're not really sure who created this, but this part, they are saying that Sarah Roundtree, a Quaker missionary, defined this way. Christ has no body now but yours. No hands, no feet on earth but yours. Your eyes are the eyes through which he looks with compassion on the world. Christ has no body on earth but yours. I kept praying to God, somebody should do something. And then I realized I was somebody. Lights, camera, action. I would like now to call up our practitioner of the day, the beloved Radiant Gaines, who, that was a fabulous opening treatment, by the way. Good job. And she's going to bless the offering as our ushers come forth and gather it up from us. And our song leaders lead us in song. We got a lot going on right now.
So, I love getting up here and talking about how this teaching works through our abundance opportunity, prosperity opportunity. So we are so fortunate, and you probably know that because you're probably sitting in this chair or watching us live stream now or later or whenever. But we have a great community of people, and we have concerts here and events here and classes here and people here that I just want to be a part of. And so being a part of the tithe offers me an opportunity to invest in myself. When I put money in that basket, I'm investing in myself. It's not about you. It's not about Reverend Linda. It's not about the practitioners or the bookstore. It's the investment I make in myself, the spiritual connection of being a part of. And it's not just, oh, I gotta put the money in the basket. It's, oh my God, I'm so excited. We're gonna have great events. It's gonna be fun. We're going to have the joy, and that's when you put the money in the basket. It's from a place of joy. And I invite you this week, maybe put in, instead of going to Starbucks, maybe put in an extra $5, because every time and talent you share is doubled, multiplied. So you don't have enough time this week to complete all your goals. Maybe you provide a service to our center and your time will be multiplied. You don't have enough money in your bank account? Well, maybe put another $5 in the basket and you'll be surprised how fast that will show up in your bank account. So, and it's not about the money really, it's just about the cosmic flow of is. So I know right here, right now, that God is the complete source. Everything in this right moment now. Fine. That was weird. So I know that God is all there is. Everything in this moment is God. Everything in this moment is God. Every cent is God in action moving through us. My prosperity is the full, true, good nature of God in action, touching all lives. I know and affirm that I am God, speaking these words of God into God so God can play with God. I know and affirm that prosperity and abundance multiply beyond my belief, beyond your belief, beyond God's belief, through this whole experience. And I know and affirm that my center is well established and secure and creates a space for me to find beauty and joy and grow in love through this prosperity. And I'm so grateful for every cent that the center has and multiplies to create this space. I'm so grateful. And I release this into the cosmic goo by saying, and so it is.
I'm going to try that on just for the next 2 minutes. Let's be God playing with God. Let's do that. Ready?
Yeah. Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, We give thanks. We give thanks for everything.
Woo, that was fun. Thank you, Radiant, for that wonderful blessing.
And
And
we're
it's-
gonna.
Go ahead. No? I'm going to do the thing. You want to do the thing? No, I can do the thing.
You do the thing.
All right, I'm going to do the thing. So I'm just going to say how blessed we are once again to have Timothy Patrick here with us today. We are humbled to have a musician like this in our presence and to bless us with this gift and talent. And he's going to come up and do one more for us. So thank you.
Well, I've got some good news for you. Look at this guy. Mr. Lloyd Tolbert, one of the great blues players in our community, ladies and gentlemen, has a band called Lloyd Tolbert Band. And he was so excited because he gets to play with Mo and Matt. Yeah. He's so cool, he shines brightly. Yeah. I got to wear shades for this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, my goodness. Now, after our song, you're going to hear some announcements about some upcoming classes, and I want to encourage you to take advantage of them because they're wonderful and they help you grow. And with that, let's jump right into this tune. Here we go. Hopefully everything's in tune. I gotta put the right songs up here. There we go. I started a new thought. I love my classes. I got a cool teacher. She wears dark glasses. Everything great. Only getting better. I'm doing all right. I'm getting good grades. The future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. Got a new life lighting up for me. The power of thought is the ticket you see. Things are going great. You're getting better. I'm doing all right, I'm getting good grades, the future's so bright. I wear shades. What do you think, Lloyd? I'm a changed man with open eyes. And blessed worldly wise. Things are going great, only getting better. I'm doing all right, getting good grades, future's so bright. I gotta wear shades. Gotta wear shades, baby. I start a new thought, I love my classes. I got a cool teacher, she wears dark glasses. Things are going great, only getting better. I'm doing all right, getting good grades, future's so bright. Gotta wear shades, baby, gotta wear them shades. Gotta wear shades, gotta wear them shades. Gotta wear shades, baby, gotta wear shades.
Tim Patrick.
Lloyd Tolbert, how about that?
Man, oh man, oh man. That's one heck of a bright future. That. Oh, it's fun to have fun, you know. Just sacred does not have to be somber. Sacred is joy. Sacred is laughter. Sacred is wondrous love and connection. And thank you for reminding us of that. Gotta wear shades, you know. So, Tuesdays at 10, I will remember this new thing, instead of 10:30. The men's coffee group meets at Alon Brothers Coffee Shop at 5th Street Market. If you're a guy and you're not working, head on down there and chat with them and get some updates on what's going on in the world and some spiritual support when you need it. Then Wednesday evenings, we have our midweek pick-me-up with Reverend Donna and Linda. And there's music, there's message, there's going to be now in next month in June, Permission to Glow, which is a spiritual guide to epic leadership. And you don't necessarily have to read the book. I mean, it'd be great if you want to read the book, but they will take passages from it each week to share with you, and that'll be the basis for the ideas of what they're talking about. It's not like Sunday morning, you sit in a circle and it's very interactive, so it's a different way of being together in spirit. Sunday, June 11th, Karuna was here last week to explain what they do, or he does. He's a death doula, and he hosts the Death and Dessert Cafe the third Saturday of each month, but he's doing, after the service on the 11th, he's going to do a short workshop just talking about how death is a natural part of life, and how do we approach it without so much fear and trepidation and move into it in a positive way, and it answers the questions about what a death doula actually does. So you're invited. He is not accepting, he said if we want to do love offerings, we can, but he's not asking anything for this. He's just doing this as a service to the community. So if you would like to mark your calendar to stay late on the 11th and be part of this. Next Sunday, June 4th, the men's breakfast is at the Gateway Grill. I don't know how many of them are going to be in town, because most of the guys that are usually there are going to be up at the retreat. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The annual retreat is next week. Now, we have a few spaces available, and Sue Mulvihill, Sue, will you stand so people can see who you are? She's not able to attend. She bought her ticket early at the $250, and she's willing to sell it for $200. That's $200 for 2 nights lodging, 5 meals, and a retreat with Christy Snow and all the beautiful people from this community. So if you would like to go and you didn't get your ticket yet and you'd like a bargain on it, please see Sue after the service. And for those of you who are going, when do we go? What are we supposed to do? What do we bring? Blah, blah, blah. I will be sending an email out with directions and helping people get rides and that sort of thing. And Joe, would you stand, please? Joe is available to give some rides to 2 people. So check out our bookstore. We've got amazing things in there and amazing people and opportunities for service. Ooh, I'm knocking things over. I want to thank Patricia for stepping up today as a greeter, and I want to thank Bev, who is also a greeter. We have 2 Sundays available. It's just one Sunday a month. You come a little early and you greet people and you say, hi, hello, how are you? And if they're new, you show them where the bathrooms are, and I mean, it's not difficult at all. It's kind of fun. So if you think you'd like to do that, let me know which Sunday you'd like to take, and we'd love to have you be part of that. And there's many other jobs as well. And this is the last Sunday, I think, for the paintings. Is that right?
This is the last week. We will be swapping them next Saturday.
So they're changing the pictures next Saturday. So if you have purchased one and it's yours to take it. If you haven't bought one yet, this is your last chance. And thank you.
See me, buy them. Mimi.
See Reverend Linda with Reverend Linda 2.0. And if you would do the practitioner thing. Peace on. Peace on.
So I can't tell you how many times I've been going through this life and I'm like, oh, I got all of this. I don't need anything. And then you get stuck somewhere and you have no control over how you're going to get to wherever you think you should be. And everything just seems to kind of, people are driving too slow in front of you and there's no U-turns and the bridge is down and all of that stuff. And I can't tell you how many times I've called my practitioner peers and been like, I just don't understand. They're like, well, Radiant, do you remember that God is all there is? I know, but the bridge is, but Radiant, do you remember that God is all there is? And even if the bridge is down, you're still being an individualization of God right where you are. So we've trained for, God, I think for a practitioner nowadays, it's like 6 years of classes. It's quite a financial, the payments were, we paid quite a bit. So anyway, to be of service, and I can't tell you how many times, like when people come to me for treatment, which a treatment is, I'm just affirming the truth for you in that moment through my eyes. When people come to me for treatment, 9 times out of 10, it has something to do with my life. You're coming to me for treatment for something that I want to heal in my own life. And it's kind of magical how it works anyway. So you can reach out to our practitioners through the Genie Lamp in the foyer, through the website. You can email us. You can text us or call us. You can come to me after the service. I will stand up here for Miracle Minutes, which is the short little prayer work about something that has your heart in this moment. Even if you just want, even if your life is really amazing and you want more amazingness, I can help you know that. And so if I could have my practitioners please rise. Starting with Reverend Trish, we'll go around the room. Reverend Trish. Maggie Covarrubias. Reverend Linda. Reverend Donna. Reverend Linda Laundry Star. And we are all really just grateful to serve and to be a part of this community. So please use us. And now, if you will rise, we will sing our closing song.
Peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be my moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. So Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
If you choose, please repeat after me. Cue the lights.
Cue the lights.
Focus the camera.
Focus the camera.
Action!
Action.
So it is.